What's happening, everybody? Victor here with a brand new video, and I gotta talk about the PFL semifinal ballots that are gonna be taking off tomorrow one last time for this week because we've got a huge heavyweight bout that's gonna be going down tomorrow from Cardiff, Wales. Yes, this is the first time that the PFL are going international, for crying out loud. Now, the last couple of seasons, it's been domestic. It's all been in the United States of America. This is the first card that they are going to have international since the inaugural season in 2018. So the PFL have been around for basically 4 years now. It's going to be the first international card that they're going to have, and it's going to be streamed internationally. You'll be able to see it from South America. You'll be able to see it from Australia, South Africa, here in the United States, you name it. But like I said, a huge heavyweight bout is going to be taking place tomorrow with two heavy sluggers. Renan Ferreira, who is 9-2 in his mixed martial arts career, 7 KOs, versus Ante, Delija, who is 21-5 in his mixed martial arts career with 9 KOs. That's 16 KOs all together between these two individuals. It's definitely going to be an interesting fight because both these individuals have a lot of power. Both these individuals are very well-rounded mixed martial artists, but both these individuals also have their weaknesses at the same time. And Ferreira, he's not good off of getting off of his back. We saw that during his last fight. We all thought that he was going to steamroll his opponent, but his opponent kept on taking him down and kept on grounding and pounding him the whole entire time. And every single time it was on the feet, and Ferreira had the upper hand. And every single time I got taken down to the ground, he couldn't get back up. And there's one thing about Ante Delija is that he takes a lot of punishment. He has a lot of scar tissue in his face, so all it really takes is for 2 to 3 good punches get through to bust them wide open. That blood usually trickles down into the eye. It affects your vision. It affects the rest of the fight. That's one problem that I have with Ante Delija. He also likes to get in there and have slugfest a lot. He doesn't really like to get too technical too much. And that's something that we've seen in the past with him. That's something that has done him dirty in the past and has gotten him knocked out. And there's one thing about both these individuals is that they both do not come to play. They always come to finish the fight. They always come to get out of the. They always come to get in there as fast as possible and get out of there as fast as possible at the same time. And Ante Delija is trying to make history. He's trying to become one of very few fighters from Croatia to become a champion in a major mixed martial arts organization. Obviously, Renan Ferreira is trying to do the same thing as well, even though there are a plethora of champions from Brazil and other high major top MMA organizations. But Renan Ferreira is a physical specimen. I believe he's 6'8", and he's just built. He's absolutely built. He looks like he can be an NFL linebacker, for crying out loud. He also looks like he can be an NFL lineman if he wants to. He's really fast, and his combinations are very slick as well. When he gets you pressure and he basically sniffs out a mistake, he makes you pay for it. The same thing with Ante Delija as well. But Ante Delija, it takes him a little bit of a while to get the knockout. It takes him a little bit of a while to get the finishing blow because he likes to soften up his opponents a little bit. He likes to feel him out. And then as soon as he finds a mistake, that's when he capitalizes on it. But it takes him a couple minutes. If he doesn't get the knockout or the finish in the first round, he usually gets it in the second one. But we've been seeing him slowing down over the last couple of seasons now, and it doesn't look like he's in the tip-top form that he's in. He had an instant classic against Bruno Capeluzza last season for the PFL Heavyweight Championship of the world, the PFL Heavyweight Tournament Final. He wasn't able to get the nod, but it was a war through those 5 rounds. I was there in person. It was a really good fight, and I believe he's coming in this season. He wants that championship. He wants to ride off into the sunset with his career with a championship from a major mixed martial arts organization. Like I said, Renan Ferreira is not good with the takedowns. Ante Delija is very good with the takedowns. He can be able to take down the majority of his opponents if he wants to because of the strength. And if it took a low-level opponent to take down Renan Ferreira pretty easily during his last fight, then I believe that Ante Delija will definitely be able to take him down at will. If I'm Renan Ferreira, takedown defense, takedown defense, takedown defense is going to be the absolute maximum that you must have to prove to yourself and prove to everybody else that you have to prove to yourself that you will be able to execute those sprawls. You'll be able to execute the overhooks, the underhooks, and definitely be able to threaten with some submission attempts to use as defense as well. Not a lot of people like to use submission attempts as defense against the takedowns, but it definitely does work if you can be able to use them sufficiently. Now, Renan Ferreira does have one win by submission in his mixed martial arts career, meaning that he does have some ground game. It's just that he's not good on the bottom when his opponent is on top of him, bringing down heavy blows. It smothers him. It basically overwhelms him, and it makes it even harder for him to get back up because he really doesn't know what to do. But if he's really been hammering that over the last couple weeks since his last fight, then I believe he's definitely going to be fine. But he's definitely going to have to stay on the feet the whole entire time, and he's going to want to work some combinations. He's definitely going to want to work the jab. He's definitely going to want to work the feints and try to go in there for the finishing blow like he usually does. But there's also one thing about Renan Ferreira. The man can fly. He knocked out his first fight this season with the PFL. In the tournament, he knocked out his opponent using a flying knee. It was a devastating flying knee. And his opponent didn't see it because he never would have thought that Renan Ferreira would have came up with a flying knee attempt that would connect and finish him off. Now, his first fight last year with the PFL was against the legendary Ferreira Verdum. Ferreira Verdum tried going in for that famous running karate kick that he pulled off against Travis Brown against Renan Ferreira, but Renan Ferreira was able to meet him and jump in the air at the same exact time with his own flying kick, and both those men collided. That's something that Ferreira Verdum did not see from Renan Ferreira because of how big and how large of a stature that he has. Ante Delija, like I said, Ante Delija, he's a powerful individual. Both these guys are powerful. I believe they're very much well matched when it comes to power. When it comes to the speed, I'm giving that to Renan Ferreira. When it comes to experience, you got to give it to Ante Delija because, like I said, 21-5, that's 26 fights altogether versus 9-2, which is 11 fights. There's a huge difference right there when it comes to experience, when it comes to overall fight time inside of the cage. And when it comes to the octagon, not octagon, but the fighter IQ, Ante Delija, like I said, more fights, more knowledge, more experience. You got to give it to him. But Renan Ferreira, he wants to become a champion. He wants to prove that he is one of the best heavyweights in the world. I definitely think he is. Just needs to work on the ground game, and he will be fine. Work a little bit more on the grappling. Work a little bit more on the BJJ on the ground. If you can be able to match those skills along with your skills on the feet, you will be one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the history of the sport. You guys might think I'm crazy, but it's absolutely true. This man is a specimen. He's a complete talent. In the PFL, have found himself a diamond in the rough with Renan Ferreira. They definitely found themselves a good talent when it comes to Ante Delija as well. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I think Delija is going to end up winning this fight because of the weakness of Renan Ferreira on the ground, and I think it's going to be by unanimous decision. I don't think there's going to be a finish in this fight. There will be a couple instances where the finish might come, but it won't come to fruition. And I think this fight is definitely going to open up a lot of eyes, especially in the UK crowd, especially there in Cardiff, Wales. And this fight, like I said, this fight's going on internationally, so there's going to be a lot of eyes on this card, and hopefully both these individuals get the recognition that both of them deserve. I hope you guys enjoy the fight. It's definitely going to be a good one. Like I said, PFL is taking place tomorrow in the United Kingdom, in Cardiff, Wales, 6 hours ahead from the U.S. time. So it's going to be a card that's going to be going on earlier tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have fun. Like I said, I believe that Ante Delija is going to win this fight, and if you guys disagree with me, definitely put down in the comments section what you guys think, how this fight's going to end, how this fight's going to go. I appreciate you for watching. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe and stay blessed. Later.